welcome back to my channel. My name is Eva if you're new here. We are moving right along to 2023 very fast. I think we only have like 3 weeks left until the new year. So with that being said, it is one of my favorite times of the year, which is to find a new planner, a new journal. So I have my old ones here and my new ones, and I thought today we would go over my thoughts on the ones that I used this year and my new ones that I'm going to be using next year, which I am trying a new one out. Actually, both of these are new. I'm trying them both out. One of them is just from the same brand that I had this year, so we will go over that. I don't know if anybody else loves getting new planners as much as I do. There's something about just buying a new planner, a new journal too, like that just, I don't know, it increases your productivity, it gets you motivated, it gets you excited to actually work towards your goals. And I'm a very visual person, so seeing a planner, it really matters to me, like what the planner looks like and how the pages are laid out and everything. So yeah, I think I decided on 2 really good planners for next year. But before we get started, as always, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more videos like this, please like this video and turn on those notifications to see when I post. And also leave a comment down below if you want to share what kinds of planners and journals you're using for the new year. So I had 2 planners for this year. One was just my everyday regular planner, and one was my budget planner, which was the first time I've ever tried using a budget planner ever. So my regular planner looked like this. It was the Clever Fox Planner Pro Hourly Weekly Planner, undated. So it didn't have any pre-written dates in it. You know, it was very open. Here, let me show you. So a whole month would look like this. And a daily plan, which was my favorite part, was it basically just highlighted this week's main goal, this week's priorities, work-life balance, try something new, things I'm excited about, my work and personal to-do list, a little habit tracker, and each day had that goal for the day and 3 priorities along with the times of the day, so you can plan out your routine very specific. So this is what that looks like. And I absolutely love that because I love habit trackers and I love prioritizing things within the day. And I love how it kind of broke up your work-life balance in different categories. So health, fitness, personal development, family, friends, romance, relationships, fun and recreation, and spiritual. So it gets you to look at every single area in your life. And another thing that I really liked within the monthly section were the monthly reviews. So I talked about this a little bit in my, which video was it? I think the December reset, how I was going to start really focusing on these questions that they ask in the end of the monthly review of this journal, which was this month's biggest wins, lessons learned, insights gained, and then in those sections that I just spoke about, it gives you a wheel to rate how each section was for you in the past month. So for example, health and fitness, if you succeeded in your goals in health and fitness, you could color all of the lines in that section of the wheel, which again, a very visual way to keep track of what you're doing, which I love. Like I said, it was my first time budgeting in a very organized way. So I have this budget planner, which I'm still using for the month of December. And this again has a monthly overview. So again, just like my personal planner, my monthly budget planner lays out everything. It has your bills for the month, it has a calendar so you can physically write in your bills and your paychecks and everything so you can see it. It has your income, your savings, a checklist, and this month's goals. And then it also has a bill tracker. And once again, it does have that monthly review, so the spending analysis. And this, again with the wheels, you can fill in which areas of your spending you spent the most in, which you spent the least in. So it's a great way to just keep track of everything. And so if you really wanted to say, where did I spend the most in? Where's all my money going? You know, why are my expenses so high? You could look at this and say, oh, okay, I spent it on personal things or transportation or healthcare or food or, you know, whichever one it is. And then you can add everything up into your total income, total expenses, and just reflect on whether you met your monthly goals or if you learned some lessons or things that you want to work on for the upcoming months ahead. I absolutely loved this planner. I give my budget planner a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed writing down all of my expenses and being very diligent with making sure that everything is written down each month and then keeping track of different areas of spending. Like I said, this is my first time using a budget planner, and I will definitely be using it in the upcoming year. I give my Clever Fox planner a 9 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. I think I chose the right planner for myself, and it had every single category that I had wanted in a planner. It was just almost so much that I felt a little bit overwhelmed, so I was less likely to actually write things down in it. I did a pretty good job, I will say, but if you're the kind of person that just likes simple writing things down, I don't know if this is the planner for you. But if you're more of the kind of person that likes more detailed planning, really detailed, then this is the planner for you. The budget planner was kind of that happy medium of detailed, but exactly what you would want to write down, so it's not overdone. They are by the same exact company, Clever Fox, and I have thoroughly enjoyed their products so far. This video is not sponsored, but I love them. So moving on to my planners of this coming year for 2023, drum roll. I have the Busy Bee 17-month planner. It'll start in January. It technically started this year, but I have the Busy Bee 2023 Lady Jane planner. And again, another Clever Fox planner, but this one is not the same budget planner. I'm trying something new. It is the bi-weekly budget planner. Yes. So the Busy Bee planner really caught my eye because it's just a beautiful cover. It's one of my favorite color combinations of black and gold. And, you know, it starts off with just some stickers, and then it turns to this nice color combination of pink and whites and golds and blacks and different patterns, which I thought was very pleasing. Like I said, I'm a very visual person, so this was just really nice. And I do like how this planner was simplified. It was more simple than the one that I had for this past year, which I think will make me more likely to write in it. So for example, it says my month at a glance. It has the monthly mantra, some monthly goals, birthdays, appointments, notes, and then it moves on to the monthly overview, aka the calendar, so you can write things down, which is great. It has notes, reminders, which is wonderful. And then once you get past that page, it moves into the weekly sections. This does not have any times or any lines. It's completely blank, which is the complete opposite of what I had this past year. But I do think that allows for some freedom in terms of what I want to write there. I may not write down my schedule down to the T like I did this year, and I might be a little bit more free with it. I might write down just my priorities for the day, which might make me more likely to do them because that's all I see on the page. I don't see everything I have to do and I get overwhelmed and stressed. I just see some top priorities and maybe just a generalized schedule for the day. There's another notes section on the weekly page along with reminders again. And then if you go all the way to the end of the month, it has monthly reflections, which is perfect because this is something that's very important to me, to reflect on that previous month. Things I'm proud of, my favorite day of the month I'm grateful for, or this month I'm grateful for rather, the biggest struggle of this month, challenges I overcame, and some ways to improve next month, which I think is so important and one of the main reasons why I think anybody should plan is to learn and grow and apply to the future. So something didn't work this month, why and what can you do to make it work next month so you can work towards your goals and not feel so stuck. So yeah, this is a great planner, and I definitely think it was simplified compared to my other one. And I think my favorite part is just the colors, because I love pinks and I love blacks and I love golds, and that's what this entire planner is pink, black, and gold and white. And I think I'm really going to enjoy this planner. So yes, that is my daily, monthly, personal planner. Moving on to my budget planner, my bi-weekly budget planner. I kept it with Clever Fox. I absolutely loved their budget planner this year. So I wanted to see what other options they offered, because the thing with Clever Fox is they're all planners, but they offer different things, and it could be something so quote unquote simple to think about, but according to how you are as a person, it could make a big difference. Like, for example, the undated versus dated. Some people really get overwhelmed if it's dated already, and some people love how it's already pre-planned, already pre-written in, so they just have to fill it out. So this one is a bi-weekly budget planner, which is different than my monthly budget planner. I chose bi-weekly because I noticed that when I was budgeting, I was again getting overwhelmed budgeting for the entire month, and my finances would get off because I would either wait too long to pay something, or I would miscalculate, and I just feel like breaking it into bi-weekly sections will help me stay more on top of things. And I just love it, and it makes sense, because if you get paid every other week, then it breaks it up according to your paycheck, which can make it seem more manageable. And the whole thing with goals is you want them to feel manageable. You want them to feel like you can accomplish them. If they're just unreasonable goals, you're never going to accomplish them. Or you might, but it might be a struggle. Your mindset might not be there. You might not feel motivated. So you want to stay motivated. So breaking things down further is going to get you there. And that includes switching it to a bi-weekly budget that goes by your paycheck if you're paid bi-weekly. Even if you're paid weekly, this can break it up into 2 paychecks as opposed to 4. So can you imagine how overwhelming that would be for someone who's paid every week to look at their entire month rather than really breaking it down and seeing, okay, what bills are due on this week? What am I getting paid this week? So just definitely something to think about, when you're trying to decide between the bi-weekly one and the regular one. The bi-weekly one is also much smaller. That was something I noticed. This one's not so big. It's not big to begin with, but this one is much smaller. It's about, I'm not sure how big it is. It's 5.8 by 8.3. So it's a cute little pocket budget journal. It's, it's not very heavy. You could just carry it around if you want. And I'm really, really looking forward to using this. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention was, I don't have it yet, but I ordered a bullet journal, which I am going to definitely try to use much more than the bullet journal that I had this year. I already have a bullet journal that's not really filled out fully, but I wanted to start fresh and clean and just make the entire journal for 2023. This journal is going to include mindfulness things, self-care trackers, meditation, because if you watch my other videos, you know that meditating is still a huge goal for me, and I want to do that very consistently in the year of 2023. And a reading journal, so keeping track of books that I'm reading and how I rate them and whether I like them. And, anything else just personal related. I don't want to put anything involving work in there, but definitely keeping track of my personal goals and habits. But it definitely is, again, that pink-black theme, which I really liked, so it will go with my current planners. And I also just got a bunch of journaling pens, which is great. I mean, these are pretty fine tip, if you can see. There we go. So, it will be an adventure. I'll link everything down below in the description if you're interested in anything that I'm talking about for your journaling planning needs. And again, I'm so excited to try these new journals. Okay, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it provided some inspiration or some suggestions on journals that you might want to try out for the new year. Again, journaling should be fun and motivating. You know, just find a journal that works for you or catches your eye and just see and test it out. You know, if you don't like it, there's always next year, and you can buy another one or try another one from the same brand like I did and see what really works for you. So thank you so much for joining me in this video, and I hope everybody's having a great end to 2022, and I will see you next time. Bye!